Welcome. What is HTTP 404? The HTTP 404, 400, and 4 not found, 404, page not found, or server not found error message is a hypertext transfer protocol standard response code. In computer network communications, to indicate that the browser was able to communicate with a given server, but the server could not find what was requested. Further, when the requested information is found but access is not granted, the server may return a 404 error if it wishes to not disclose this information. As well, the website hosting server will typically generate a 404 not found web page when a user attempts to follow a broken or dead link. Hence, the 404 error is one of the most recognizable errors encountered on the World Wide Web. Overview. When communicating via HTTP, a server is required to respond to a request, such as a web browser request for a web page, with a numeric response code and an optional, mandatory, or disallowed message. In the code 404, the first digit indicates a client error, such as a mistyped uniform resource locator. The following two digits indicate the specific error encountered. HTTP's use of three-digit codes is similar to the use of such codes in earlier protocols such as FTP and NMTP. At the HTTP level, a 404 response code is followed by a human-readable reason phrase. The HTTP specification suggests the phrase "not found" and many web servers by default issue an HTML page that includes both the 404 code and the "not found" phrase. A 404 error is often returned when pages have been moved or deleted. In the first case, it is better to employ URL mapping or URL redirection by returning a 301 moved permanently response, which can be configured in most server configuration files. Or through URL rewriting. In the second case, a 410 gone should be returned. Because these two options require special server configuration, most websites do not make use of them. 404 errors should not be confused with DNS errors, which appear when the given URL refers to a server name that does not exist. A 404 error indicates that the server itself was found, but that the server was not able to retrieve the requested page. Solved 404 errors. Some websites report a not found error by returning a standard web page with a 200 OK response code, falsely reporting that the page loaded properly. This is known as a soft 404. The term soft 404 was introduced in 2004 by Zivbar Yasif et al. Soft 404s are problematic for automated methods of discovering whether a link is broken. Some search engines, like Yahoo and Google, use automated processes to detect soft 404s. Proxy servers. Some proxy servers generate a 404 error when a 500 range error code would be more correct. If the proxy server is unable to satisfy a request for a page because of a problem with the remote host, this should be described as a 5xx internal server error, but might deliver a 404 instead. This can confuse programs that expect and act on specific responses, as they can no longer easily distinguish between an absent web server and a missing web page on a web server that is present. Substatus codes. 404.0 not found. 404.1 site not found. 404.2 ISAPI or CGI restriction. 404.3 MIME type restriction. 404.4 no handler configured. 404.5 denied by request filtering configuration. 404.6 verb denied. 404.7 file extension denied. 404.8 hidden namespace. 404.9 File attribute hidden. 404.10 Request header too long. 404.11 Request contains double escape sequence. 404.12 Request contains high bit characters. 404.13 Content length too large. 404.14 Request URL too long. 404.15 Query string too long. 404.16 DAV request sent to the static file handler. 404.17 Dynamic content mapped to the static file handler via a wildcard MIME mapping. 404.18 Query string sequence denied. 404.19 Denied by filtering rule. 404.20 Too many URL segments. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.